I'm Rowan Reid. I'm a forest scientist, and in 1987 I purchased this property with my family and have spent almost 30 years with the task of trying to make tree growing, or even the act of cutting down a tree, attractive to farmers. That's really my goal. What it looks like really depends on what their interests are and what the opportunities they might face. I don't think I'm trying to promote any particular species or planting pattern or design. I'm just excited about what might happen if farmers understand some basic forest principles, how trees grow, ways that they can fit them into their farm for shelter, erosion control, aesthetics, biodiversity, and whether or not those same trees can be made commercial through timber, bush foods, oils, seeds, whatever products they might have an opportunity. I don't know what it would look like if many farmers adopted tree growing, but I sense it'll be something very different to what conventional forestry looks like. I got enthusiastic about this world of agroforestry back at a time in the 80s where there was a lot of work done on combinations of trees and pasture, or trees and crops. And around the world there has been a lot of research done to try and find the best combination of trees and pasture. How many trees, what type of pastures, best stock to have with them. As if there is some magic answer, and once we discover that best system, all we have to do is to promote it to farmers. I actually don't like that approach now. I was involved in doing that research when I was a student. But to my mind, there is no right answer. And that's exciting in the way, because it means that each landholder has to work out how to make it work for themselves. So in that sense, my definition of agroforestry is very simple. It's not something you can see particularly, it's just the outcome of a farmer being involved in forestry. It's forestry done by farmers. And to me, if we look at the big environmental issues around the world, they're occurring on farmland. Water quality, food security, carbon sequestration, the loss of forests, the degradation. Outside the industrial area, it is about farmers. Trees could be and provide support or a solution to many of those problems. So it's really, what do we need to do to engage farmers across the world who own that land, so that tree growing becomes part of what they want to do. And in that sense, agroforestry might be something different in every country, in every place around the world. And I like to think every farm, it should look a little bit different, because there's a different person, a different family, a different issue that's leading to that solution. And that's much more exciting for me than seeing 10,000 farmers all doing exactly the same thing, which suggests to me that there's some controlling agent behind it all. I want the farmer to be the person who makes those decisions. In that sense, I suspect they'll be different on every farm. So I'm fortunate. I was able to start planting trees when I was 25, and I guess there's not many, there's many children of landholders, which essentially is what I am, although this was a new property, who have the opportunity to start when they're young and follow the growth of trees for 20 or 30 or 40 years, and be in a position where they can imagine seeing some of the fruits of their activities. Now that I'm 25 years through that program, 30 years through that program, what I'm planting today, it's fair to accept that I may not see the results of those trees. And I guess that I'm starting to learn why older people plant trees. Not for their own benefit, obviously, but because they want to use that opportunity and the knowledge that they've gained to, in simple terms, give something back or hand something on to the next generation. So when I plant a tree now, say plant an oak tree for timber, enjoy the oak while it's growing for fire protection and aesthetic values and a bit of erosion control, I envisage, I guess, or think about who might benefit from these trees in the future. And really, they may be my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, or they might be new owners of the property. But I guess what you think of is that the time that we have as landholders is an opportunity to change the future of a landscape. And if we do it right, we'll have a legacy there that we can be proud of, but more importantly, provides an opportunity for a future generation. And as a sense, myself or my immediate family get benefit of capital gain, future generations get the opportunity not to have to wait to see the value of a mature forest. And so again, as tree growers, I think we're in this sort of point, we're changing the future direction of our landscape.